Hello, we are pleased to be with you again in exterior cladding. My name is Sergeant Babazi.
Here with Habimana Gabire Devote. We are both trainers at Rubengera TVET School.
In the previous video, we have planned and selected timbers.
Let's now continue with preparation of materials and marking pieces.
Let's enjoy the lesson together.
Hello everyone, my name is Seti Munyehirwe. I'm the carpentry trainer at Rubengera TVET School. We are going to have lesson 2 in exterior cladding. The objectives of this lesson is that later you will be able to prepare the timbers. Besides this, you will also be able to mark the pieces according to the drawing. I just want to encourage you to follow well and take notes where it is necessary so that in the end, everything is understandable for you. Now with the selected pieces, we have to prepare them on the machines so that later we are able to produce the cladding. Mainly, we will prepare the studs, the exterior siding, the weather bars, and stone molds. So we need different equipment like circular saw, surface planer, thicknesser, and router. But then to operate all of those machines, that's why we need PPE and to respect safety in general. During the preparation of the pieces of the cladding, we also need to think about, let's say, the technical ways of how to make sure that the water will not penetrate inside. So that's why, especially when we do not have tongue and groove, we have also to think about how we should make sure that the water will drain away from the wall. That's why with this piece that I have, I decided that I put the inclination. With this inclination that I'm putting there, now I am sure that when I can have, let's say, water, which is tending to move inside the cladding, and then the inclination will drain away the water. So in the cladding, let's say, if the wall is on this side, the piece will be fixed like this, and then the inclination will take away the water. So to produce this inclination, I'm going to use the surface planer as the simplest way to do it. But then later I will show you how it works with router. With router I will use the ribbon maker, you will see it, and then I will incline the spindle. I can make the inclination easily. Here on the surface planer, it's a bit different. What we are going to do is to incline the parallel fence, and then we set it on 25 degrees because this is what we need. And then I can plane my piece. Normally, when we have pieces prepared on the other machines, the remaining task we have is the production of the drawings. That's why I am here on Router, because actually most of the drawings we produce in cladding, we work with Router. Because we will find that most of the time we need to produce the rabbet or the tongue and groove, or even other many kinds of drawings that we need to use, you will find that most of the time we need Router. So first thing, it's safety. That's why I have to have the PPE, but besides this also, we need to use the machine in a safe way by using the safety devices. So that's what I'm going to start with, and then later I will continue showing you different tips that you have to respect when using Router, so that later you can produce the drawings in a safe way. The first device we have here is the protection box. So the protection box, it is covering the spindle. Besides this, we have the fence, the routing fence. Of course, the first role of the routing fence is that we will be able to hold the piece there, and we can get, if it is a drawing, a proper cut depending on what you are doing. But besides this, you should not leave it open, because if it is open, there is a higher risk that your hands can enter there while routing the pieces, and then their accident can happen. The next safety device that we have here is emergency button. In case someone who is using the machine is tending to be in the risk of accident, this emergency button, it will be used. So this means what you do, in case you find that the operator of the machine is about to get into danger or into the risk of having accident, then you will just press the button, then the machine will stop immediately. The next part that you have, just for safety, is this protection guard. Once again, it will avoid that our hands can, let's say, enter or can reach nearby the cutting tool, let's say. But it has another opportunity that when I'm moving my piece, it can press it. So I will adjust it according to this work piece that I'm having, and then you can see how it works better. So I have to just make sure that it is on the piece that I'm going to work with. And then when I feed my piece into the cutter, and then it is also pressing it at the same time. But again, as I'm pressing the piece, it's not easy, or even it's not possible that my hands will go inside. So the next device you have, it is routing block. The routing block, it's needed in case you have to route the small pieces. I might need to make the slot or the groove on this piece, and as it is small, in case I just use my hands, there is a higher risk that I can touch the blade. So that's why what I will do, I will take my routing block, and then I fix the piece inside, and I can feed the piece just with the routing block. So I'm going to show you how it works. So this piece here, it's moving depending on the size of the piece you are going to put inside. You just have to open it, and then you can move. So it moves still here. So this means you will have the possibility to put the piece with this length, which is clear because we need the routing block for small pieces. And the remaining part here, it is used to fix the piece. This means I adjust this one according to the length of my piece. Maybe the length of the piece is still here, then I fix it. After fixing it, I will have to put the piece inside, or maybe the piece should already be inside before. And then what I do, I cross. Now with this piece we have here, just now to make our work piece tight inside the routing block. So my piece is with this side. So from here. So I should fix this one here because the length of the piece is still there. And then now I fix here. So the piece is strong. And then when I'm routing it, so at this time we do not need this protection bar. Otherwise it's not easy to work with the routing block. And then I can just hold the routing block and then work on the piece. Before you use router, you should also select the milling head that you have to use. So that's why I have some milling heads here with me. So I will just go through and then show you what they do, and then later we select the one that we will use. The first milling head that we have, it is a slot maker. As you understand, it is used to produce the slot. The advantage for the milling head is that we have it as two pieces. With these two pieces, the advantage is that between you can put the ring. When you put the ring there between, this means you can increase the thickness of the milling head, so like this you are increasing the capacity of the milling head itself. The important thing is that the ring should be inside the pin. We have the rivet maker. So this milling head is used to produce the rivets. There are different rivet makers, but this one that I have, it's working the same system like the slot maker, where we have two pieces together, when you want the bigger rabbet, and then you can put the ring between. So there are different rings with different sizes. Here we have another special milling head. I call it special milling head because you can open it and then change the knives. Then you can have the possibility to make other kind of moldings with this milling head. So this means when you use that milling head, you will have the result like I have here on this sample piece. So you have the tank and you have the groove. We have also the profile makers. There are many milling heads that you can use to produce the profiles. Here I have two of them. This is the first one. And with this milling head, you can make kind of different moldings. If we check on this piece, so this is the result that you will get from that milling head. We have another profile maker, but this one, it is used when you have the frames and then you want them to fit better. So it's especially for the frames of the door. With this one, I use the drawing so that you can also measure some measurements that we will have to respect in case you are using that milling head. So first of all, you will produce the shape like this, and then you change the milling head, and then you can produce another shape like this, which will fit with this one. That's all about the milling heads. So as I said, I selected 5 of them, but we have many types of the milling heads.
Hope you enjoyed the lesson.
Once again, we have learned a lot from this.
As usual, you can find this video on the e-learning website of Rwanda Polytechnic for more repetition.
We welcome you again for the next session.
Until then, stay safe and
Goodbye.
goodbye.